Welcome to an episode of Potion Sword Run. Original Seed coming at you from my bedroom. Xbox recently had their official podcast that laid out the future business of Xbox. Before that, there was about a week worth of rumors saying that Xbox was going to go third party, put all of their exclusives on PlayStation. And of course, the internet went crazy. Xbox, out of control, ponies trying to live it up. In the end, it turns out that there's only going to be 4 games that is going to PlayStation. Phil Spencer, Sarah Bond, and Matt Booty didn't want to name those games, but we all know which ones they are because they make sense. Grounded, Sea of Thieves, Hi-Fi Rush. Those were the ones that they were hinted at because they're live service, one that were small and weren't meant to be exclusive, maybe pendulum. I know Call of Duty will be going to PlayStation because that just makes sense. But they didn't want to name them because supposedly they wanted to let those studios, build the hype for those games when they come out for PlayStation. I understand, okay. But pretty much that whole 30 minutes was a bunch of lies. Lies with a bit of truth in it. The truth is, they're gonna supposedly test and see and learn. They're gonna learn from these 4 games. No, what they want to see is how much money they make and if it's actually worth developing for the PlayStation, if it's worth porting those games. That's all it is. So they lie when they say it's only gonna be these 4 games. It's not. These 4 games are just the beginning. These games are gonna do well. Sea of Thieves is gonna do well. Hi-Fi Rush, maybe. It's a cool game. It is a very good game, but people are fickle, They like sequels and stuff. I'm not sure if they're gonna give it a chance. Grounded is gonna do well as well. Because, it's a good game. And it's kind of like a live service game. So it has legs, it has room to breathe, it has room to grow. And I understand why they would want to put those games on other systems. And I don't mind that. It's better for the studios, better for Rare, so they can actually work on other games as well, hopefully in the future. Build that studio, make it stronger, make it more stable so it can take, I don't even know what that other game is that they're working on. I totally forgot about it. They announced it like 5 years ago, and we haven't heard any news from it since. But right now, I see people on the internet celebrating, Xbox fans celebrating, oh, it's only going to be these 4 games. Nope, it's not. It's only going to be these 4 games right now. I guarantee that Call of Duty obviously is going to come out for the PlayStation 5. Why wouldn't it? It has a big ass base on there. If you cut your profit in half, it doesn't make sense business-wise. And the reason why they're putting these 4 games on PlayStation is because they want to grow the business. So it would be stupid of Xbox to not let any of the Activision games go on PlayStation. So Xbox fans out there got to get comfortable with the fact that they're going to lose most of their exclusives. Activision ones, Bethesda ones. We might even see Forza on PlayStation because we see the state of Gran Theft Auto, Gran Turismo, and how it's just been like lacking every year. Every year is getting worse and worse. It only makes sense to put Forza, the best driving game, on PlayStation just to grow the community. We all know that Xbox is all about playing anywhere, any screen, anywhere. That's always been their motto. They've always wanted to do crossplay because they want to grow these communities and they want to have a healthy community in these games so that these games can keep on living and so they can keep on making profit. It just makes sense business-wise. But yeah, I see Xbox fans on the internet delusions saying, oh, good thing it's only these 4 games. No, it's not only these 4 games. These 4 games are only the beginning. So all that corporate speak that Matt Booty, Sarah Bond, Phil Spencer, it's all just corporate talk. It's just lies. You gotta read between the lines. I have no doubt that they will continue to make Xboxes. They don't want to cut off their other part of their revenue stream, And like they said, Xbox will be the best place to play these games. And I don't doubt that. But the future of gaming is gonna be third party. Right now it's Xbox. Next time is gonna be PlayStation. We already know that most of their first party games barely recoup on their expenses. Spider-Man only making $100 million or less. Even though they already have assets built for it and it's pretty much just rinse and repeat. Those games are just bloated. The CEO, the temporary CEO or CTO, I don't know who it was, came out and was talking about how Sony studios are great studios. They're great creators, artists, and everything, but they also have to realize the business side of things. And they just can't make these bloated games and not make profit. Soon, we will see PlayStation games come out day and day on the PC. Exactly like Xbox did a few years ago. I don't know, 5 years ago. So Sony is just kind of behind right now. Eventually, we will see more Sony games on Xbox, just like we did MLB The Show. It only makes sense. I think Xbox, Microsoft is just ahead of the curve. Now, the thing that would be awesome is if we can just buy the game once and play it across all systems, cross-save and everything. So if I have Hi-Fi Rush on Xbox, I can actually play it on PlayStation if I want. And my progression would be there, saved. Because Xbox saves on the cloud. But if they can integrate that on the PlayStation, man. Now that's going to be the future of gaming. And that way you can pick up any console you want. Whatever one you prefer. If you prefer the Xbox controller, you pick up that one. Who knows, maybe one day, even these controllers will be interchangeable. So a lot of people like to look at the bad side of things. The bad side of this. But I think Xbox is just ahead of the curve, opening up an ecosystem of gaming where you can play your games anywhere, any screen, at any time. So I don't fear the future. I look forward to it. But Xbox fans right now realize they all lied. They're a bunch of liars. All of Xbox games will eventually go to other systems, any screen, anywhere, including PlayStation. And that's something you guys all gotta realize. Realize it now, so you won't be heartbroken later. That's gonna do it for this episode. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.